Oh my good God, there's people waiting for me. Hello, everyone. Look at that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 people. You wonderful people. I've just found some spice biscuits. I was hunting around for I lent out my USB cable that connects my microphone. This little beauty. I lent the USB cable out to Liz because her printer wasn't, the one for her printer wasn't working. And now I can't find it. So there you go. Anyway, I wasn't going to eat on stream, but spice biscuits, you've got to go for it, haven't you? Available at all good Lidls. I'm not on commission. So I haven't been doing a lot of listing really, but I suppose I better do some this morning. Look at that. Good morning from James. Well, we'll get to that one. Ali Evans was in first, I think, according to my screen anyway. And then Peter Stride. Peter, did you talk to Lee about those videos? He had a bunch of videos. Someone we know around here, someone we know. And I think he's moving house and wanted to shift them. I passed up because I think the heads needed cleaning, so I couldn't be asked, basically. Ashley Carruthers, formerly known as Ashley Cummings, spotted that with a G though. The other Cummings is. And Mark Carrick, who put a lovely comment on one of my videos the other day, which I had to delete. You know why, Mark. Did make me laugh though, but it was gone in a flash. Stirring the pot he was. Tommy Bernard, happy Monday. Happy Monday. I love the Happy Mondays. I went to see the Happy Mondays at the Town and Country Club. Drove up there. No, was it Town and Country Club? Kentish Town, if that's where the Town and Country Club is. Drove up there, parked around the corner from the venue. I mean, you just wouldn't do it, would you? Right, a cup of coffee on the go. Mandy's in. She's always flipping. The Dave. Rosie Marsden. Here we are, James. Good morning, Sir Pete. How are you, James? Sir James. Good to see you. What happened to Mike? I was really looking forward to seeing him. But there you go. Apparently, plumbing wasn't happening. And I was thinking of coming up with like an excuse for why I didn't do Vlogmas yesterday. But the honest truth was, I couldn't be bothered. It is Sunday, day of rest and all that. And I did say at the start of it, may not do every day. 4 days, he's missed one. And I had dreams of, it getting loads of views, getting loads of more subs off it, becoming a YouTube legend. And I do 4 days, I lost 10 subs. Just goes to show, doesn't it? Just goes to show. Got Ashley in. How you doing? Ashley Carruthers and Ashley Martin. Someone beat him to it. Oh, well, never mind. Hello, Neil. How you doing? Kevin Ray. What's that little icon you got there? I thought it was a stormtrooper, but I don't think it is. You did see a Sasco wall chart. Now, there's in the thumbnail as well. It made me laugh. Mark Carrick, did I? Doesn't sound like me. I think you were put up to it. Look at it. I'm out of focus. You make me go out of focus. All right, JJ. Lincoln Seller. And everyone coming in. Babs is still stuck in her attic with her vintage and collectibles. Well, at least you got some vintage and collectibles. The Town and Country Couple became the forum. Oh, God knows. Last gig I actually went to, I went to see Ride when they when they released their album after a while. That was very good. That was at the Roundhouse. And I went to see Dean Wareham, which is Galaxy 500's lead singer. That was crap, actually. Didn't enjoy that. Boring. What else have I seen? I went to see Spiritualized years ago, and that was just really knackering. But I think Primal Scream was supporting, and that was horrendously loud. That doesn't seem right. Primal Scream supporting Spiritualized. Maybe they were. I can't remember. I used to work with the guy, the bassist from Spiritualized, who's called Doggan. I used to work with his dad. And when I worked at it, where was I working? I was working at Canon down in Reigate. So let me know what you think of Vlogmas. Honestly, I do love the honest feedback. There is more to come. You will have to suffer, so I'll probably end up at the end of it with like 1 sub. So we will see. Pete's been locked away for 10 days. Yes, well, what's that? Police arrested you? Who knows? Derek's in. Good morning, Sil. I think he means all. Subscribe to Tap Peddler. You're enjoying Vlogmas, James. You've uploaded. You're enjoying your Vlogmas. Yes, I saw your Vlogmas. I've seen Richard's as well. Lost 10 subs. Typical. That's a shame. Hey, worse things happen at CA. I shall shamelessly promote your channel in other chats. I never really know about chats and things. Oh, you mean like YouTube chats? Yeah, well, I've done that, obviously. I have a channel, and all that. Got a bit of a name for it, so I normally just come in and say hello and then keep very quiet in the chats these days. I was in Nick's yesterday. Didn't mention that I've got a channel. What I need is some damn fine content, some good old content, original, informative, funny, that sort of thing. Pretend I know how to resell and say, look at my hauls. Good to be in the same chat again. Ali Evans, been missing our quizzing. Oh, we're already chatting to each other. You love the Vlogmas. That one sub will be me. Well, we've got a little bit more, and we've got one of my boys doing a bit more commentary, which is quite funny. They went down to a Yule Fest thing, and he just starts talking. He goes, well, he puts on this Cockney voice. I don't know where he gets that from. Mock me. And I'm like, here we are at Yule Fest. What are you doing? But there you go. It's like Poundland Advent Calendar. Yeah, a little bit. Like I say, it is only like 5 or 6 minutes long, so it's not too bad. John Holland. How you doing, John? Are you new? Or have you been watching for ages and I just haven't noticed you? It's probably the case. Look at that tiger. Steve Brano's in the place. Good to see you, Steve. And Tea Cakes Dave. Tea Cakes, who I always assumed was female for years and years and years. And in shock horror, someone tells me, no, he's Dave. There you go. You could just be yourself. Yeah, this is me. This is really me. I look in the mirror and this is who I see. Who sang that song? There is a tat point going for who could tell me who sang that? Right, Sasco War Calendar. Yeah, well, of course, it's a bit bright, isn't it? Look at that, 1990. It made me laugh because of the year. 1990, what a year. It's probably the year I saw the Happy Mondays, actually. We picked up just a Facebook Marketplace advert, and it was for boxes, double wall boxes. I think someone moved. So Liz picks it all up. Got there by the skin of her teeth because apparently she put it all in the boot and then saw some other guy turn up and he was searching around the front of his house. So she dumped it all, and there was wrapping paper and, brown wrapping paper. There was some Christmas wrapping paper. It was a bit weird. Loads of good boxes, all of which have been used by now. That bubble wrap, which had the fabric backing, which, I wrapped around my £450 speakers, so I've mentioned that again. And there was this. And, it was in the boot for, about 2 weeks. And I was going, yeah, there's a planner there, And then I looked at it, it's from 1990. I'm not actually sure whether it is of any use to us, and it may well be chucked. Good bit of cardboard, though. Probably be used for a school project as a base. We tend to use board game. If I've got a board game that I haven't got all the bits for, we'll use the board. The kids will love it to do some paper mache on and do a thingy. Sir Pete sang the song for 30 seconds ago. Also, Peter Cummings. What? This is me. This is really me. I look in the mirror, and this is who I see. It's not like a song. It's not a single. Pete Cummings sung that song. No, you're not going to get it. No one's going to get it. The only person who I've met who knows what that song is my wife. So there you go. We are both sad in similar ways. I can't give out tap points. Ooh, yeah, well, we'll have to call them something else. Someone think of a Pete points. That sounds a bit rubbish, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get on with some listing. I don't really want to list. I'm not really in the mood. Shall I tell you about my sales? Sales are good. Nothing today. I'm thinking, thank God for that. But yeah, over £5,000 for like the last 31 days. That's all right, isn't it? I'd love to constantly do that. 2:30 yesterday. Can I sing it again in tune? It was in tune. All the right notes. This is me. This is really me. I'm going to tell you, okay, because no one's going to get it. Everyone's thinking, was it like Sinatra? It sounded similar to Sinatra or Dean Martin, you know, or one of those crooners. No, it's Mike Yarwood, the impressionist from the 1970s. He used to do like Tommy Cooper and Harold Wilson, he used to do. And at the end of his programme, he used to sing, this is me, this is really me. So there you go. No one was ever going to get that one. Let's see how much this is worth. I don't know if it works. I'm assuming it does. It's a Logitech steering wheel. So I pulled this in from the garage today, and Liz said, are you going for a drive? Very funny. Momo Racing Force. Logitech Momo Racing Force. Neil's had a bumper month and weekend. Can't remember the last day you saw no sales. Charts are good. Yeah, mine are good. I'm aware. I mean, I'm taking my foot off the pedal a little bit, but sales are still going to go next week or two, and then up to about a week or two before Christmas, it should start to settle down. This is what I reckon will happen, and then in the new year, I think it will not be as strong as it is now. So the new year is when I'm going to take it easy a bit, get tidy, all of that jazz, and then get ready for the new year and hit the store. Neil's sold his cheapest Mew. That's a good price, isn't it? Working, I take it. Good quality drive mill. I've got the pedals as well. Right, let's see how much it's worth. I haven't looked it up. It's been sitting in the garage. And a bit of a pain to pack though, these things. What's it? Momo Racing. Right. What else is new? New season of Fortnite. It was yesterday, or new chapter. I have no idea what's going on half the time with Fortnite. So I was having a little game with Ashley and Tom the Peeper. No, it's Tom the English Picker. And Peter Ray was there as well, making us all laugh with his expert play. Right. Oh, Christ, that's quite a nice price. £72. That's what someone wants. £20. That's what someone got. Let's have a look at bins. £60. Very good condition. Oh, that's obviously very good condition. What's that little thing they got with it there? Oh, don't say it needs a power supply, because it hasn't got one. No, I don't think it does. Why have they only put one picture? One picture with it. Right. Does it? Let's have a look for a plug. That'd be or a socket. Oh, no. I think it does. Well, that's a pain. Okay. I don't think I've got the power supply. I will have a look round for one, but oh, you can buy one for £10.99. So it has sold for 60 quid, but only one in October. So you kind of think, well, what's the likelihood? 24 volt AC adapter. That seems very high voltage, but what do I know? Output 24 volts. Direct current 1 amp. Positive center pin. Okay. What does that tell us? I think I'm going to try and sell. I will test that, and with my variable one, I'm going to try and sell it for. So that's gone for 60 free postage. I'm going to sell it for 40 with postage. Let's go for that. Number lot on. Yeah, if anyone thinks of anything I can talk about or any questions, please put it in the chat. I don't want a list. Anything at all. AC adapters. I had a thing recently that I needed an adapter 15 volts AC. Well, I'll tell you a funny thing about AC adapters. I've got 5 Atari 2600s. I had 2 power adapters. One of them was knackered. One of them, I tested all of these Ataris on my variable power thing, put it at 9 volts, which is what it should be. And apparently there's a I've forgotten the name of the electrical part, but it's something that brings it, I think it's a regulator. It brings it down to 5 volts or something, or regulates it to 5 volts. So the actual thing going around the Atari is 5 volts. So 9 volts should be like more than enough. And tried all these Ataris with my variable power supply. None of them worked. I was like, oh God. So then I thought, well, I'll try the original power supply. Tried the original power supply. They worked. Check the voltage on the power supply. It was 12 volts. I was like, that's a bit dodgy. Anyway, long and short of it is, I ordered up a load of power supplies for Ataris, and I didn't think they were working, and then they worked on one. So I don't think I should have put 12 volts through it. Right. We have a question. Let's make this last 40 minutes. Do you have a spring clean, stock sort out, or does your rolling system make that redundant? No, I'm in a right mess. I am the messiest. I can make a mess within like literally 10 minutes and spend tidying it up for like 3 days. I'm horrendous. And it's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I am trying to keep tidy. I mean, like a week and a half ago, that room over there was absolutely pristine. And then within 2 days, it was just a complete mess. So there we go. Do I play Fortnite regularly? Yes, I do. I haven't been playing so much last season, but yeah, I do play almost every night. Anyone heard of an 80s game called Dark Tower? I'm getting that mixed up with the Dark Crystal. Dark Tower. Not off the top of my head. Let's have a look. It's a film as well. Dark Tower game. Oh, it looks good. I'll tell you what. It's worth a lot of money if you've got one of those. Yeah, strong prices. Okay, is it better to have a shop on eBay or private selling? Oh well, that's got a lot of variables in that question. Do you do it full time? How much stock have you got? I would say if you're let's have a look. And also, a shop or private selling. I mean, private selling. Hang on, my doorbell's gone. Oh. I missed the delivery the other day because I have my earphones on. Terrible, really, but that's something from World of Books. Right, is it better to have a shop or a private selling? Well, thinking about that question, that's two completely different things. You can be a private seller or a business seller, and you can have a shop with either of those. Okay, if you're buying stuff with the sort of goal to sell it for profit, you need to be a business seller and declare it for tax purposes. If it's your own stuff that you've kind of used and then don't need any more, private. In regard to shops, you've got to look at basically what is the cost, basically. So if you're it got to such a level where you're doing, like I don't know, if you're doing 200 listings a month, and it's costing you to pay for those individual listings, you need to look at that. And also, what I looked at was, I was on like the smallest shop. I'm on the middle shop now, and I was getting to a level where I stopped listing because I'd reached my limit. And I went to the middle shop to give me, greater scope to make more money. So I hope that kind of explains it. But yeah, it's not really shop or private; it's private or business, and then you can have shop for either of those. I tell you, it's such a long time since I did all that, so it's a bit. Right, I have some variables power supplies that are way out when tested with a meter. Yeah, I do test mine with a multi. I was really surprised with this Atari, because the Atari original power supply said 9 volts. So I put a multimeter on it. It was 12. It was like constant 12. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go anyway. And then it worked. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe it's 12 without, when it's not under load and all of this sort of thing. I don't know. Who knows? So I've got to have a look at 4 that don't work. Right, isn't that a Stephen King book? What did I say? Did I say it? Did I say Cujo? Did I say Carrie? Who knows? My sister-in-law is a big fan of Stephen King. I'm a bit more Clive Barker myself. Oh, The Dark Tower. If you rented out an office, God blimey, we're getting all the hardcore questions. Do you think you'd be a lot more productive? I would not want to rent out an office. I know some people love it, and the whole point of why I'm doing this, I've worked in an office for like 25 years. The last thing I want to do is leave the house in the morning and go to an office. So no. So in short, no. So there we go. You can still have a shop as a private seller. Yes, you can. Yeah. I think I got around to that in my head eventually. You have a lot of stock, John Holland. Yeah, we'll always look at are the limits that eBay are putting on me? Are they stopping me from going? I kind of thought, well, I forget how much I was paying for the lowest level shop. I think it was about 30 quid or something like that. And at the time when I went to the middle shop, it was 70 quid. And a lot of people look at it in terms of, how much will that cost me per listing? I looked at it as right, I'm going to be listing, probably about 50 more things, and they're going to be, because I'm being held back by my shop level, and they're going to make me 20 quid profit each. So that's an extra grand I've made. But I'm only paying 40 quid extra for the pleasure. So that's how I looked. Succinctly put, what a lovely word. Succinctly. Can't say it. Lee, cola flippers in the house. I think you know what I'm talking about. Right. Oliver Ian in. We've got loads of people in. 56 people in. Oh, do click the thumbs up. Really does help the channel out. Really does help us out. Yes, it does. Good to see everyone. I better do some listing in a minute. Yeah, any more questions like that? I love questions like that about eBay and stuff, because it's always like, I always used to do my head in about postage and how people did it. And I remember Nick having a a Royal Mail account, business account. I've never even got around to doing that. Does he do click and drop and all that sort of thing? I had a really good arrangement in my post office, but they changed manager or something. But now I've got a really good arrangement with my cost cutter. I've been out this morning because I always check the weather. I had loads of packing over the weekend. I basically filled my boot up with parcels. It was like I was going to the boot fair in reverse. And so I was down Hermes to start with. I don't normally sort of drive around in the car taking it down. Normally I wheel it down, but I saw the weather was going to get a bit rainy. So I had so much as well, some large stuff, like a remote control car. I don't know if anyone saw that on the vlog. So Hermes, and then where did I go next? UPS. It's a bit grumpy in UPS, but I said good morning to him. And then on to Cost Cutter to drop off my Royal Mail. So that's all done out of the way. Apparently he's going to chuck it down later, so I'm glad that's done. Got a whole new lot. If I've missed anyone, we've got, blimey, we've got someone spamming, Mr. God knows who he is, but good to see you. Antoinette Daly. Richard's in, enjoying your vlogs. Vlogs was hard to do, isn't it, Richard? Oh dear. We shall try and, well, this counts as Vlogmas today. I'm not doing another one. I'll try and record one for tomorrow. Monkey Thrift is in. Everyone's saying hello. Right. What can I list? I had I did have a Bop It, and I need to get that on. So let's list that. How much are Bop It's these days? It's a Bop It 2, I think. What are they called? Extreme 2. I'm thinking someone was telling me a price yesterday, and I couldn't quite believe it. Let's have a look at sold on these. It's a. I'd normally pick these up for a boot fair, not more than £2. Derek's never watched me before, so I have a question. Well, Derek, I watch you all the time. Oh well, there you go. Will you be listing this stuff on eBay Gum version 2? eBay Gum. I never had a lot of faith in that, to be honest. How can a handful of people, or even less than that, take on the might of eBay? I mean, I take my hat off for the idea, but it's just not going to sell anything. I think I'd have more luck, like saying, send your stuff to me and I'll walk around Sutton High Street and try and sell it. Hire you on commission. Happy chap had a nightmare with Guildford Post Office. No train staff available for 3 days on the trot. Well, happy chap, I would check out news agents that have a Royal Mail service, and of course they're open later and not restricted to post office opening times. So my place is open at 7 o'clock. It's brilliant. I'll go down there. Yeah, checks in the post, Derek. Checks in the post. Right. Bop It Extreme 2 with batteries and instructions. Well, you're not really supposed to send it with batteries. Tested working, £30. This is all right. $21.99. $24.90. Seems like they seem to go for 25 with instructions. Mine hasn't got instructions. It was in a right old state. I'm going to go for $22.99 plus postage. I think that'll be enough to get it sold. We'll see. What else have I got? I did get a load of stuff. I've got another Bop It here. I have no idea whether it works. Why did I buy that? Eh? Well, let's see. Again, it would have been 50p. I imagine that's about 99 or something ridiculous. Someone will have it. Bop It. Bop It Smash. I used to get loads of those. tea break over so quick. Lee's like, you know, I only really notice he's here when he's going. But good to see you, Lee. Have a brilliant day. New Boppets, £27, £14.99 plus postage. Okay, someone's selling 4 Boppets, £5, £6.50. Yeah, not worth a lot of money, really. I think I'll go. I don't know, £7.99. Let's try that. The 50% variable final fee thing. Yeah, it keeps coming up on my front page, and then you click on it, click on the pink button or whatever it is, and the one it brings up is from November, which mine is still going because I got it in November and I listed things from, I don't know whether it was from the 8th to the 14th, I can't remember, but if you sell it within 30 days, and I've sold loads of stuff because when I got that offer, I kind of relisted my most expensive items and I dropped the price by 5% because I thought, well, I'm saving, 50% of the final value fee, which is approximately 5%. And sold loads of high value stuff, which was brilliant. So I'm clicking on the little button, and it's coming up with the date from November. But one thing, I changed the URL because it said offer 108, and then I thought, well, let's just change that to 109 and see what it does. And then it brought up December's date, and I accepted it, but I don't think it's worked because it's not coming up on my current offers. Let's have a look. It's all a bit flaky, and I can't understand why some people are getting it, some people aren't. All right, let's have a look at my seller hub. You used up your November one. How many did you sell out of your 100 that you could have? Let's have a look at mine. Oh, it has accepted it. I'm in like Flynn. So yeah, I'll tell you what. If you get it and you click on it and then you look at the date and it says November and you think that's a bit weird, just change. It was 108 or something. I'll change it to 109. I felt a bit cheeky doing that. I felt like I was cheating the system, but I sold 25 of my 100 highest listings, which is all right. It was some massive value stuff. How can you sell all 100? That's just not on. You haven't got it? Okay. Yeah, it's your first 100 sales because and I've done this before. I thought, oh, brilliant. You can have final value fees on, all new listed items. So I listed my first new item and I thought, why hasn't it gone down to 99? But it's at the point it's sold. So, you could relist your entire store and do like 1,000 items relisted, but it will be the first 100 that sell that you get a final value fee discount on 50% final fee reduction. So I looked at it and I thought, well, I'll just relist my 100 most expensive. That's what I did. I'm very glad that I did it. So, but yeah, it's come up again, and it's anything listed, all new listings from the 6th, which is today. So I really do need to do some listing up to the 12th. So yeah, I probably will chug through my whole store actually. Sell similar on all. Yeah, you can do sell similar on all. I don't know. It's nothing in the small print that says you can't do that. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And one thing I'll be doing in the new year as well is I'll be looking at how many. I'll get 1,500 listings a month. So that is 50 a day. I never do 50 a day. Yeah, I'm lucky if I do 10 some days. But I'm going to make sure that is used on Sell Similar. I could end up. I've got about 600 items in my store, so it could be things that are sold similar like a couple of times, but I don't mind that. Not end and relist and PJ, end and sell similar. But you'd have maybe listing manipulation. Oh yeah, we'll do. Be careful. Yeah, don't take my word for anything. Generally, I would never accept an offer like that and go into my whole store and tick everything and do sell similar. I would have a regular kind of like daily thing of going in and looking at maybe 30 items and tinkering with the listings. So there we go. Right, what else we got? I've got a PS2 Slim that doesn't read DVDs, which I tested this morning. It's all right on CDs, so that'll be around about 10 to 15. That's normally what I sell my spares and repairs. Let's be honest, eBay are happy for you to do anything. Yeah, I mean, I can't see why it's, they would stop you going, oh, don't do that, you might sell it. You're quite right. I got a return this morning, which was a Sky Electric, so I've got to have a look at that a bit later. It's a big old thing, bit of a pain. I've only had a couple of returns in the last sort of few months, which is good. Spares and repairs. So I do think about changing the laser, but it would cost 17 quid to replace that. Well, there's some for it. Yeah, I just can't be bothered really. £5. People are selling for £5.83. That's a ridiculous price. Yeah, people save them up. I normally save them up, but 11 consoles for 166 quid. Wow. Right, I'm getting all sorts of stuff here. Let's do UK only. It's so similar to that. Yeah, so who's going to Hitchin? Is everyone looking forward to that? Nick was stressing that you need to take COVID tests. I'm going to go $11.99 on this. Also, I might go $9.99 actually. The case is a bit knackered, so small parcel. Save that as draft. Get that out for 10. I'd normally buy just something like that for a £5. So if it works, it's probably about 40 quid. If it doesn't, it's a tenner. So get that gone. Make someone's day. Scribble Scrabble. Don't know why this isn't on. Better check it. Better check that it isn't on actually. Let's have a look. Now, do let me know if there's anyone in the chat who isn't subscribed. I'd love to know if people are watching but not subscribed, and what the magic trick is to make. I used to watch things all the time and not subscribe, but that changed as soon as I got a YouTube channel. I'll be working hard on my YouTube next year. That's one of my kind of goals, I think. But I do say a lot of things. I don't do a lot of them. But that's what's in my head at the moment. Right, this looks like it's about a tenner. It's not huge amounts. Scrabble original. Mark Carrick's just been hit with a Vero. What's the board game? Let us know. 7 Wonders. Never heard of it. Did you pick it up at Rose Hill? Is it like new? There was a guy selling that kind of thing, and I almost bought loads of them. You sold about 30. Was it off the guy at Rose Hill? Let us know. Yeah, there was a guy. I think he was selling for like a tenner each. And I just thought, Kathy's got it for sale as well. Well, never. 7 Wonders. That's harsh. Hate getting Veros like that. Facebook Marketplace. This will go for about $12.99. Yeah, Mark, let us know where you got them. Was it that guy at Sutton Boot Fair? Had no idea. Yeah, isn't it annoying that Veros, they can detect them when you've listed it and started selling it? So there's obviously some, little automated bot that goes on. But it can't do that when, it goes through all its checks. Because when you list something, it takes a couple of minutes for it to go live on the site anyway. Thing is, there are a number of sellers on there. Yeah, well, yeah. You've emailed. Derek is listing board games. Yeah, my board games have been flying out, as you well know, because you've seen my video, obviously. My video that got very few views. That's the thing. I think you do a video every day and just no one watches. Right. What else have we got? Really am struggling for stock. I'm still surrounded by stuff, but I feel like I'm struggling to get new stuff on. I've got a wrestling belt. Who wouldn't have one of these? This is old kind of thing that Z used to get all the time. And of course, as soon as I saw him getting these, I got these as well. But that won't be worth much. That'll be like $7.99. Probably pay 50p for it. Let's have a look. What was it, WWE? World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Here we go. I saw a guy at a few places end of season with a lot of sealed new board games. Yeah, you may well be the same guy I'm thinking of. And it was those, I don't know if it was that one, Seven Wonders, but it was, I was there with you. Yeah, I thought you were, Mark. I wondered whether you sneaked back afterwards and got them. No, I get them from a wholesaler. Oh, right. Oh, you're into the wholesale business now. Found a haunted house game. It's 1970s. I've had that haunted house game. It's a good game, that. And it sold for, I think there may be a couple of bits missing. Isn't there like a plastic broom in there or something? I seem to remember. If you got them from a wholesaler, can you send the invoices? That's a good point. Maybe you can do that. Right, £110. Well, that's not what this one's worth. This one's worth about £7.99. God, there's actual like proper big ones, which are worth about £135. It's ridiculous. These are made by Jacks, aren't they? Oh, Mattel. I thought they were Jacks Pacific. Well, good luck with that, Mark. Hope you get it sorted out. I'm sure you will. One sold for 15 quid. 2010. Antiques Roadshow here. Has it got a date on it? Yeah, 2010. So $14.99. Hopefully that should fly out the shop because I don't want it. What else we got? Have I done 5? Let's have a look. Have I drafted 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have. I've done 6 actually. Amazing. Right, what's the plan for the rest of the day? What is everyone else's plans? Is everyone listing like crazy? Because like I say, I kind of have taken my foot off the pedal with listing a little bit, but I've been selling and packing like there's no tomorrow. It's been absolutely bonkers. I just want to get really, really organised. So I'm pretty tidy at the moment. I mean, it's a rainy day. Even though I've packed a load of things this morning and filled up my car and been to the post office and all of my couriers, I've still got 10 things I've got to pack. I'll let you know what they are. Hello, Shell. I'll tell you what, those last 10, she's obviously talking about cigarettes. They're the ones that are really difficult to give up. I mean, once you get down to the last 3, it is hard, I do realise. But, persevere. Have you tried patches? Maybe try that. JJ, I want 50 listings on today, focusing on vintage ashtrays and books flying out at the moment. Yeah, I should really hit the listing, seeing as I've got this offer as well. So, yeah, you're quite, Happy chaps relax with listing. Yeah, I think you are. You're always more relaxed when I'm more relaxed about things. It's getting used to the ups and downs of eBay and, not worrying too much. I mean, I know my sales are good at the moment, but I know in a month's time, they could be half of what they are now. They could be less than half. But, that's all right because it's just what it is. Yeah, sales. I think they're almost the best they've been on my 31 days, I think. I may have been higher than I am, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Hello, RJ S World. Good to see you. Trying to think whether you've been in before. You probably have. Hello, Gary. Good to see you. There's a final value for you. Yeah, we've talked about that, Shell, when you weren't here. Yeah, mine. I've just accepted mine. So you've got until the 12th. Mark Tyler is buying loads of £1 lines. Lines of what? £1, that's cheap for a line. You're paying 10 to 15p each. Oh, well, all that little stuff adds up, doesn't it? January's a good time, but Feb and March, yeah, January can be good. People have money for Christmas, and also if you've got fitness stuff and stuff like that, that can fly out. But it's that time, February, where people are just sort of maybe tightening the belts a bit after Christmas. And, of course, difficult time to get new stock because boot fairs aren't on, and then it kind of gets going around Easter again. So I'm exactly where Derek is. I'm on Derek's page there. February, March is normally the time. And last February and March, not only is it a difficult time for resellers, but last February, March, the bloody world was falling around my ears, and I wasn't really focusing on my eBay, which was horrendous. NT sale were okay. Okay, I can't try and think what that is. Keep up, Shell. Yeah, Shell's doing all right at the moment. I saw your sales are good. Right, what have I got to pack? I've got 10 things. The Jack Skellington, that's got to go out on the 8th. So I've got a couple of days. I love it when this is why I do 3-day dispatch. I'm running around like anything this morning, but I haven't got to go anywhere today. I haven't got to go anywhere tomorrow. And then that will probably go Wednesday at about 7 o'clock. I'll go up with the postage. Derek's boot sales are closing all January, but then reopen. Yeah, it's some pickings. And every year I think, well, I should just get into Facebook Marketplace, but I could never get into it. It's yeah, there we go. Weight Watchers magazines, yeah, Weight Watchers bits and bobs are very good for New Year. How's my boiler looking? I'm not going to say anything because it will put the bloody kibosh on it, won't it? Kathy, so much stress from a woman in Florida this weekend asking me to change my listing title ended up me getting stroppy with her at 2:40 a.m. and basically, well, I had one, and I'd had a couple of messages. I've got this thing here. It's on for about 300, and I'll read you the message. I just a dickhead, real bloody idiot. What was his name? See if I can find it. I didn't reply. I just blocked him. Not you. So I'm not going to be able to find it now. So look. Was it this one? Oh no, it wasn't that one. Oh, I think I'm close. Bear with me. No, it wasn't. And it's basically, I checked his feedback left for others, and it was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I can't find the thing now. But it was something like he was offering like 90 quid, or I think he started with 70 quid and then 90 quid. And then he was going, it really isn't worth that much. Happy to negotiate if you want to. I thought, I'm not going to negotiate with you. You're offering me like £200 less, more than £200 less than the item's worth. And I've just looked at your feedback left for others, and it's a complete sea of red. You've got to be joking me. No, I can't find it. I'll have to find it and tell you next time. But I wish you could block people, if you could say sort of like, well, if out of the last 100 feedbacks left, he's done more than 20, I don't want anything to do with it. That would be a really good thing for eBay to do. Has anyone else been hit by the eBay listing glitch that's been going on for the last 5 days? I know I've heard people having trouble with listings. My sale, but I haven't been hit by it, no. But like I said, I've taken my foot off the pedal with listing. My sale has not been good for the last month. Emu suggesting. Is that a rod hole reference? Well, if your sales are not good, list some more stuff and review your current listings. And that should sort that out. Stuff does always, this is the best time of year to sell. So if you want to get stuff sold, you need to do it now. If it's not shifting, it's your listing. If you're not shifting, it's your listing. That's what I'm saying. All right, we've got loads of people. I had a guy complain. Yeah, this time of year you do get the knobheads coming out, unfortunately. I had a guy complain that the faulty for parts not working PSP I sold him for 15 quid did not work. Yeah, you know what I do, Pete, and I don't always do this, but I try and remember to do it. If I do sell something, spares and repairs, and it sells, I always message them and say, you do know it's spares and repairs, because the number of people I've had who said, oh, is it? I didn't see. I said, well, it's in the title. And they then cancel it. So there you go. Any offer below half price gets, oh, yeah, I don't do auto decline. I did have it on there, but I don't. Maybe I should. But I kind of think it takes so little time to just go, nip. Try to cross-list on Zip sale, having eBay issues. Oh, I don't do that. Is that the thing George Ross goes on about, Zip sale? Mark. Yeah, it's a good time of year if you have them. I'm assuming you have a few. Hello, Richard. Good to see you. So many Wallies this time of year. Does it have a box? Yeah, I had one. I'm selling an Atmosphere, and it had a lovely photo of all the contents. And inside the Atmosphere, original Atmosphere, there's a leaflet that advertises Atmosphere 2. Just a bit of paper. And someone messaged me, said, has that got Atmosphere 2 in it? Because there's a picture of it. I said, no, it's just a leaflet. Yes. Yeah, Mark Carrick is right. Wii Fits are good. I think I have around about 4, something like that. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, I do occasionally. I do have good ideas. It's the planets will have to align, and then I will let you know all the good ideas I have. Has anyone else got any good ideas? Some of the best things I old school on my printer when I print my labels. I have a sheet of. I'll show you what I have. I've got a laser printer, so I don't have a Zebra or whatever it is. I should get one, but I have these things, which is sticky labels, 4 sticky labels, and it took me forever to work out how to go on eBay and actually print 4 at a time. Which is I generally do 2 or 4 at a time because, if I went and printed 20, I would get messed up. So yeah, you have no time for offers. Half a denarii. You're not selling beards. Yes, I think that is a Life of Brian reference. Look at this gourd. One of the best film ever, I think. You've all got to think for yourself. That scene where he says you've all got to think for yourselves, just is absolute genius. Right, I think, well, I've got 4 minutes left. I always like to, do the full hour. So coming up, I will try and get out of Vlogmas. If you haven't checked out my Vlogmas, it's really like, I'm trying to keep it reselling related. So I'm not coming on and just going, Vlogmas, I'm not, it's nothing to do with reselling, blah, blah, blah. So it's all pretty reselling related. It's quite depressing, really, when you go on there and you get half the views that you normally get for a normal video. Perhaps I'm just not flavour of the month on YouTube. But do check out the Vlogmases. There's me sort of packing what I've sold and bits and bobs. I didn't do one yesterday, but fingers crossed I'll do one tomorrow. Mel Brooks. There is a video. I'm struggling to print 4 labels. Okay, well, what you do, Mel, is I'll tell you. I should really. Okay, you go into my eBay. Okay, and you go into print labels and post. This is from my seller hub. Okay, so that will show you all the things that have sold, and then you simply next to each one is a tick box, not the tick box at the top. The tick box, so it's next to the dispatch by to the left of it. So you click on those. So if I wanted to do 2, I'll click on those. I wish I could show you my screen, but it has got people's addresses on. So I'll click 2 of the things, and then from the drop down, I choose postage, purchase postage label. Okay. And then I will select what postage I want on each one. Review the purchase, and you purchase the 2 together. So it costs £6 for 2 small parcels. And then it says produce label, and you have your 2 labels there, or your 4 labels if you've chosen 4. Absolutely amazing. When I discovered, because you know what I was doing with these things, you're probably doing it too. You're printing one off. You can print that one and that one, but you can't print that one and that one because if you're doing one at a time, it always goes in the top left. So you can do that one and turn it over and do that one. But this way, if I do 2, it does those 2. If I do 4, it does all 4. But I'm very careful with my postage labels because I think this could go very wrong very easily. So there you go. I hope that helps, Mel Brooks. Hello, Tom. How you doing? I've got no time for people trying their luck. A lot of people trying their luck. You're quite right. I've got no time for it either. I will be slightly accommodating, and then there's a point where I'm just like, no, not having it. And eBay, I've bought to eBay, abusing policy, etc., etc. Thanks. Been trying to do it after I've paid for one. Thought I could select them at the end. Yeah, well, I hope that helps. Like I say, I did do a video yonks ago, and who was it who saw it? I think it was Leanne who saw it, and that's what made Leanne watch my channel all the time because I told her that one little tip. Okay, I filled up the hour with talk about printing labels. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Do click the thumbs up. Let's try and get some people watching my channel. That'd be marvelous. It's all gone a bit south at the moment, but I won't worry about that too much. But yeah, have a great weekend. I'll do another Vlogmas tomorrow, and hopefully won't fall off the wagon so much, but we shall see. See you later. Take it easy.